So, Ant, so show us that book cover again. Hold it, yeah. Now you designed that, didn't you? So
I did.
tell us a bit about how you designed that.
Well, this book cover came about over the last 13 years of actually working on our book from the very start. Was something of a bit of an evolution. I actually started this when I was just at the end of high school. I actually started doing some drawing illustration with Kev as we started to develop the book. So I started out with just some pencil drawings and things, having an idea, just sketching out ideas of what we can actually do to convey the type of mood and story of the actual book without really giving anything away with illustrations and things. So what I ended up doing is just sort of starting from pencil work and then moving into Photoshop and going from there and working out colour schemes and what worked and what was some really good strong branding colours that was also identifiable of our main villain. And so I thought, well, if we're going to do a series of books, it would be great to sort of, with the branding, to actually identify the different books and the different volumes with different colour schemes that relate to the type of tone and mood that particular part of the adventure has. And so this one with Mandukas and with the mist naturally led to being a green. So I pulled obviously his face in there. I wanted to be quite, it needed to stick out and say, you know, basically read me, you know. But I find without really giving away too much of the character, so you only see his face. And we actually started off with our Johnny Marsh Supernatural Investigators as our actual title, book title. And we went through a bit of an iteration with that with our editor. And being the first book, she recommended that we change it to a different name, something a little more standalone, a little more striking, being a first book from first-time authors. But we still kept the Johnny Marsh Adventure because that's essentially the branding of the series of books. And so through a lot of iterations with different colour palettes and drawing and trying different designs, myself being a commercial artist myself, basically I came finalised Dream Red, the cover as you see as it is. And playing around with different fonts, something that's a little unique, a few different chips in the actual writing, and just playing around with different details like that. And also testing it with the audiences, testing it with kids and the young adult audience, because that was our target market. It had to grab them, it has to be bold, it has to be colourful and quite striking. It's something that basically inspires or sort of really ignites their imaginations to want to read the book.
Fantastic. So have you got any, because you know people like to maybe design their own covers or get a cover designer, have you got any tips for self-published authors who need to design a cover or get a cover designer?
I would probably consider seeing if you can, through hopefully you're networking by this stage with Twitter and Facebook, and you can track down a few different artist sites that actually have artists and illustrators on there that just work freelance and don't actually work through a website company that actually makes book covers that you can sort of pay, you know, $500–600 and get a book art cover design done, which is usually probably made up of bits of clip art and things like that. But if you want something a lot more original, something that's more handcrafted, because I've completely painted this myself, then I would perhaps consider seeking out artists, freelance artists, they've even done sort of posters and banners and things that could actually work with you on a one-on-one level to actually find a design that you want. And that goes a long way if you know yourself, your story, obviously very well, what you want to, what you're trying to say with your story, and what kind of cover would be able to resemble that. And if you have a good idea and you can sort of have a bit of a half-page write-up on what you want your book cover to say, then that is a great start when you approach these artists that when you're talking with them, you can start bouncing ideas back. You'll find you'll get a fresher approach, I find, when trying to spark creative ideas and trying to reach people visually. You'll find that they're not stifled at all, and particularly people that move from different mediums, you'll find that they have so many different ideas to actually draw on, different inspirations, and you'll find you'll get more original work that way. The only downfall with something like that is that you'll probably find they are going to be a little more expensive, but I guess you just work out what kind of budget you've got, what do you really want to say with your cover, and just try and do the best you can.
So where can people find you online if they want to ask you any more questions?
They can just go to the johnnymarsh.net, www.johnnymarsh.net, and through the contact form, you can, and through the contact us link on the main page, you can there's a pull down there, and if you want to talk to me directly, I'm more than happy to answer any emails that I get with regards to any questions with book covers, design, and even illustrations. I'm more than happy to. So send me an email by all means.
Fantastic, thanks for that.
Thanks, Joe.